Need a lift? Strap in and hang on. Oh, don't worry about who I am. The important thing is that I know who you are, and you can trust me. It's my job to get you the hell out of town without being spotted by, your friends back there. I've been briefed on you. My boss gave me the personal rundown on the fun group you broke out of. Local Mafia trafficking in stolen art. Upgraded to weapons in the 50s to keep up with the trends, of course. Now dealing with drugs and weapons almost exclusively after taking over a plane filled with a ton of product. They found you at 11 after your parents were killed in a factory explosion. You were then taken from the orphanage and put into training as a spy in exchange for your life. All these years later, your buddies set up in a meeting to exchange some very pertinent info, and when the situation went south, you slipped out without being noticed, or, well, so you thought. You decided to use your skills to get across town, and of course make the mistake of keeping the phone they give you. Oh, please, don't tell me you have it off. They can still track it. It's the rookiest mistake I've ever heard. Come on, throw it out the window. Do it. There's nobody on that phone that has that number that needs to be contacting you, especially now. Do you trust me? Perfect. Now they'll have a harder time finding us, and honestly, that's more fun for me. We're heading to a location my group has on pretty much lockdown. No one will suspect us there. Hang on. This is it. Adorable, right? Your room is right through there, and I'll be out here by the door keeping an eye out. You need to get some sleep. We walked a long way to get rid of the car, and those people aren't going to stop until they kill you. You know way too much. Well, that other group may come running also. Especially since they know who I am. Believe me, they all know who I am. They'll consider this a personal vendetta. Against, well, my boss. And my people. But believe me, we're safe here. Now, why don't you go wash up? I've had a rough day, and I don't know about you, but a shower always refreshes me. If you need anything, I'll be out here. Go on. Trust me. I figured you'd be up. Oh, nah. I'm not tired. I'm wide awake. Insomnia's a real bitch. I get about an hour's sleep a day. Just going over the battle plan. Gotta stay fresh. Me? I'm alright. Can't complain about a job, right? Oh, man. Me and this job go way back. I didn't know my parents because I was left on a doorstep of a mechanic shop. Weirdly enough, the owner ended up taking me in and showing me all about his world. Cars. When I got my license, of course, at 16, I got a job as a valet so I could drive other people's cars. You know, I got to feel fancy without having to spend the money. Even if it's just for a moment. I got so good I was recruited by a street racing team. They promised me all the typical big dream bullshit. You'll be rich and famous. You'll be able to be your own boss. You'll be able to pick your own races. I won. Just a single race. But because I dodged a barrage of stupid obstacles, I was called up by my boss. And believe me, you never say no to my boss. Next thing I know, I'm racing all across town, picking up people who've been trafficked by groups like yours, getting them to safety and making sure that they get home in time for dinner. To be honest, it's a mixture of good and bad feelings, almost simultaneously. It is nice to know that the boss takes such good care of me, so that way I can take good care of our clients in return. Believe it or not, he pays for all these things that we need to stay safe. He makes sure that we have everything in abundance. Gives me plenty to live off of and keeps me safe from those other guys when I'm not on the clock. He really is a good guy. He just does justice a little bit differently than the rest. Especially when it comes to people that make decisions about people's lives for them. Everyone deserves to be safe, and many deserve a chance at a new life. It's a rough life, but a lot of people didn't have much of a choice. But people like me only want to help get you out and free. Especially at no charge to you. Aren't you lucky? Seriously, though, you really need to get some sleep for our drive in a few hours. Yep, few hours. We leave at the crack of dawn. Believe me, it's when your guys are going to be heading back. They're avoiding going home as much as possible, but at this point, they can't avoid exhaustion for much longer. They're going to have to go back and they're going to have to report to their boss that they made a teeny tiny little mistake. That they got sidetracked by La Dueña de los Calles. Now go on. You're going home tomorrow. No, not to an orphanage. As it turns out, my boss is interested in talking to you. He'll give you whatever wish you desire. I know, it's corny, but hear me out. I've seen it with my own eyes. The guy's a genius. Did I get my wish? You bet I did. I asked him for a job. Believe me, I knew this guy was going places just by looking at him. And I loved that he was helping people faster than most judiciaries can. He laughed at my request and gave me a job right then and there as his personal driver. He was incredibly impressed by the fact that I could handle his Gran Torino in a pair of 8-inch heels. He was so impressed he actually gave me these red bottoms to celebrate my new job. Aren't they nice? They are battle tested and they feel so good. I promise, he'll make it happen, whatever you want. Now go on and get some sleep. I'll wake you when we've got to go. Believe me, I'm going to be fine. Go. Have a good nap. Rise and shine. Come on, let's do this. Come on. It's only a 45-minute drive, but, well, I make it feel like 6. Come on, seriously. I will place you in the car like this if you don't get up. That is what I thought. Come on, let's go. Okay, we're coming up on the airport. Open that duffel bag on the floor next to your feet. Grab the wig and glasses from inside and put them on now. Now, because traffic cameras are hackers' best friends. And listen to me when I say that you do not take off this disguise until you reach the office and see my boss. Got it? Don't call anyone. Matter of fact, don't talk to anyone unless you absolutely have to, and in which case, keep it short. It's just a couple of plane rides and train rides. It's gonna be fun. It's all right here in this folder. Take the bag with you. In the folder, there's all the tickets that you're gonna need, maps, schedules, and of course, your new identity. You heard me right. New identity, passport and all. Just be careful. Consider this your second chance at a new life. Go and enjoy it however you want. And believe me, if you ever need me, I'll already be there. Say hi to the boss for me, would ya? Have a good one.